So Governor SKizzle here, welcome back to Disaster Central everybody. Let's actually get you caught up real quick. You do not have to like or subscribe because the stuff that is coming out today, insane. We're gonna get down to the Epstein update as well, but first of all, check this, roll it.
We've really just started.
President Trump's trade war rippling around the world. After months of drama, threats, and pauses,
love it.
a new wave of wide-ranging tariffs.
Lowest price in town, $19.99. Oh man. That's the lowest price? Shit, bro, that's wild.
Now in effect on some 90 countries. 90? The U.S. imposing a baseline 10% tax on most imports coming into the country. Many nations like Brazil, India, and Vietnam facing even higher levies. The president promising the new tariffs will help make America richer than ever.
We have a country that is going to be very rich. It's a country that we're very proud of, but it's going to be very rich.
And money is coming in. Last month, the Treasury Department saying it's collected nearly $30 billion from tariffs, a 242% increase from last July.
30 billion? Hey man, can our brother get 2 pennies or something like that? Yo, 30 billion. 30 billion in July, 242% increase from last year. Damn, that's crazy money. That's cash money though.
That's money paid by American companies that import the goods.
Oh wow.
The White House also sees tariffs as a key tool to bring back American manufacturing.
We want to get rid of these big deficits that we have with countries that have created these big surpluses, and the gutted our manufacturing base right, and have been terrible for American workers.
But many economists disagree.
I have to agree though. Reese's are I love Reese's though, you know. Reese's and Jersey milk. You know what? Reese's and Jersey milk always becomes a tie for me, guys. Damn man. I guess I'll go with Jersey milk. Sorry guys. I had to. I had to pick one. I had to pick one over the other, man. I'll go with Jersey milk.
Have been terrible for American workers.
But many economists disagree, arguing tariffs can often have the opposite effect on jobs. Diane Swank is the chief economist at KPMG.
Well, this is one of the hardest things, is tariffs sound good in theory, but in actuality don't work the way that many people think they're going to work. And
she disagrees though.
In fact, the net effects of tariffs are that they actually shrink employment.
That's because while some protected industries may benefit, overall tariffs tend to increase costs and discourage growth.
Is that the Wuhan lab? What? It's like...
And what about consumers? So far, much of the new costs have been absorbed by companies, but that may not last forever.
It can take as long as 6 to 18 months for the full effects of an initial tariff to work their way through the economy, which means the bulk of the effects are still ahead of us.
Name brands.
Yeah, like the aftermath, right? Like aftermath, the aftershocks. Yeah, the aftershocks might be bad, guys. Yeah, might be bad, maybe good. I guess we'll find out.
Like Procter & Gamble, Hershey, Nike, Ford, and snack food giant Mondelez have said they'll be raising prices, affecting everything from appliances.
Yeah, there we go, fellas. There we go. It's, yeah, I love this man. I mean, he got a simple life motto, right? And that is find out. The more you try to find out, or the more you F around, the more you will find out. Simple as that. So I guess that's what it is. Yeah, they're like, okay, we're gonna increase the prices.
Made in the EU, to cars from Japan, to seafood from Vietnam, and clothes and shoes from China.
They have sort of exhausted much of the sort of runway in terms of buying ahead, front-running tariffs, having stuff on the shelves that was pre-tariff, and now we're seeing more and more seep into consumer prices.
In fact, a new study from the Yale Budget Lab estimating the new tariffs will cost the average American family around $2,400 this year. The president says he wants to rebalance the global economy in favor of the U.S.
That would be almost closer to like 4,000 Canadian dollars, you know what I'm saying? Damn, man. Yeah, by the way, like, any of you in the States, like, feeling the inflation ever since the tariffs, or you feel like the prices are down? Are the prices down for you, or are the prices actually up for you? Put it in the comments, man. So I guess let's find out real quick, right? Let's ask that to the people, the homes, you know what I'm saying?
U.S. What does that look like?
Well, it's going to be higher costs and it's going to be less choice. The things that people took for granted in terms of selection of goods, in terms of our competitiveness globally, this does not cure those problems.
And Christine joins me now live. Christine, good morning.
And we're gonna say good morning, and we're now gonna get down to what's going on in Canada. Let me actually show you the perspective here real quick, because the homie Mark, I don't think he's effing around, man. He got them Call of Duty boys in the background. Yo, Captain Price. We got Captain Price, Sergeant Frank Woods as well. It's a oh shit moment. Exactly. Roll it.
Have you not retaliated against American tariffs as you're concerned about the impact that would have in the upcoming CUSMA negotiations? And we've heard from Doug Ford, he thinks those negotiations are going to start in November, that Trump wants to move them up. When do you think that they're going to happen?
Thanks. First off, thanks for the question. You know, we're in a situation right now where 85% of our trade with the United States is tariff-free. Our exports to the United States enter the United States tariff-free. 85% of U.S. trade into Canada is tariff-free.
Let's make it 100%, man. Let's like gang up, guys. Like, what y'all be beefing about, man? Y'all be beefing for way too long, man. I'm saying for Canada, US, both of these boys gotta drop the tariffs. Both of these boys gotta drop the beef, and yeah, just you know what I'm saying? Like, get closer, bro. Pause, not like that, but get closer, man. Get closer.
And we have put in place retaliatory tariffs in a way that looks to have the minimum impact here in Canada. That's why there's been various adjustments over time to remissions and others. We're in a position where we have the prospect, or we're engaged in discussions with the U.S., as you know, and have been for some time. The issues at the core of those negotiations will be similar to some of the issues that will come up naturally through CUSMA. There are issues around strategic sectors: steel, aluminum, automobiles, pharmaceuticals, lumber.
Right, lumber.
And from our perspective, we're concentrating on those areas where our economies are deeply integrated.
It's over. And
working for win-win solutions between the two countries. To the last part of your question, in terms of the CUSMA review, as you know, it's scheduled for about 9 months from now. Normally, before any review process, there's consultations that begin well in advance, and so it would be natural that both in Canada, the United States, as well as Mexico, those consultations internally would begin in advance. And look, to the extent we're very conscious that there are a couple of negotiations in sequence, and the extent to which those negotiations can be brought together or inform each other, that's in the interest of all parties.
Yeah, very aware, gang. This is why he got the Call of Duty gang in the background with the Canadian flag, you know, say what? Yeah, man, that's a powerful message right there. Yeah, I know you guys would disagree, or yeah. Okay, let me actually let's get down to this one, and real quick though, I gotta shout out the homie Epic Gamer, Romeo, and Lauren for the $20 super thanks. Thank you guys so much for all the love and dropping the super thanks, liking, subscribing. You guys gotta do none of it, man, but those of you that choose to do it, let me send you some schmoochies as well. I let you make content here, man. Roll it.
First, there was Trump's Oval Office meeting Wednesday with Apple CEO Tim Cook, where he made it clear to the tech giant he wants the company to make iPhones in the U.S. And while Cook didn't announce the Made in USA iPhone that Trump maybe wanted, he did flatter Trump by giving him a customized plaque with a 24-karat gold base,
of
course.
He trying to bribe him up, right? He trying to give him something good so he would stop, right? Because, yeah, bro, you know, it's over if they start manufacturing the phones in America, bro. Get ready for $5,000 phones, bro. If you think it's bad now, how much does an iPhone cost now? Yeah, Canadian dollar wise, yeah, if you want to get like the best of the best, it would be closer to $2,000, right? I guess would be almost like 1,500 American USD. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, because the last time I checked, it was almost like a $2,000. But that $2,000 could be because if you want like a 512 gigabytes phone, or 1,000 or a terabyte phone, right? Especially they got like the Pro model. They got like the, yeah, I don't know what the hell they got, like all these kinds of different models, man. Just make one phone, bro. Damn it, man. Like. Then Trump went after Intel CEO Lip Bu Tan, calling for his removal, claiming he is conflicted because of alleged business ties to China.
That same day, Trump signed an executive order taking aim at alleged discrimination against conservatives by large banks and directing regulators to investigate and punish financial institutions for, quote, politicized or unlawful debanking. Joining us now to break all of this down is Dan.
We're gonna let the homie join in, but we are gonna peace out to the next one. Roll this here.
So like Chairman Aguilar said, we hear a lot from our constituents on different issues, but something I've heard that doesn't seem to be being covered are the Epstein files. These files were released, and like Donald Trump sort of all over this, right? There are pictures of him with Jeffrey Epstein. He's taken multiple plane flights with Epstein with young girls on board. He is on call logs with Epstein. One of the highest trending hashtags on Twitter right now is about Trump and Epstein. I'm not going to repeat the hashtag because we're in a dignified setting.
Yeah, it's like the P word Trump. Yeah, even even I'm not gonna say that, bro. That's crazy, but okay, let's.
But yeah, y'all might want to look at that because that's highly disturbing. And again, it shows that Donald Trump is unfit for office. And by the way, he was convicted in a civilian court for sexual assault, convicted in a separate court of 34 felonies. Donald Trump should drop out of the race.
Would you declassify the 9/11?
Damn! He just went for it.
34 felonies. Donald Trump should drop out of the race.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
Donald Trump is in full-scale panic mode after the release of newly unsealed Epstein docs show his name peppered all over them.
Take a look whose name appears.
And that's the thing, right? The more this goes on, already I'm seeing like the drop of coverage. People aren't talking about it as much, which I mean, yeah, that's what happens. The more the time passes, people forget and people move on and we get other stuff to talk about, right? So that's pretty normal. But I mean, yeah, if Trump is not gonna clear his name, he's always gonna get that dirt. Like there will be always more dirt. And Trump saying that Bill Clinton, he said that recently Bill Clinton went to the island 28 times. Dog, and nothing's being done about it, right? Like as in he's not brought forward, no courtroom stuff, like nothing. It's like, or maybe there will be, but for now, like it's like I'm hearing nothing on it. So that's crazy, right? Like that's insane.
Years over and over and over again in the call log. As one commentator wrote, prior to marrying Melania in January 2005, Trump was calling Jeffrey Epstein in 2004 on the regular. We now have the phone messages between Epstein and Donald Trump, the phone message log. That is, and this is in connection with the West Palm Beach indictment of Epstein that was released on Monday.
We see Donald's phone messages in the West Palm Beach indictment of Epstein released today. His messages are in between, between girls calling to confirm, and I quote, massage appointments, and messages from disgraced modeling against Jean-Luc Brunel. What did they talk about? Oh my god. Yeah, man, Trump gotta come out and at least if he's innocent, he gotta come out and prove his innocence. Otherwise, like, yes, people are, I guess, okay to believe that he's guilty because that's how it feels like right now, right?
His messages are in between girls calling to confirm massage appointments and messages from the disgraced modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel. It should be noted
Jean-Luc Brunel
that
Jeffrey Epstein associate Jean-Luc Brunel found dead by, oh snap, when was that? Is this like old or new or latest? But yeah, no, even if it's old, yeah, that's suspect. Well, another one, right? Adds a little more to the entire mystery.
Luke died by way of suicide in prison in 2022. Just take a look right.
Okay, not too old then.
Here of the message logs right here, and you'll see, for example, Donald Trump's name appearing again. and again and again, and we see it over and over right there.
The man who infamously bragged about being able to assault women with impunity does not like it when he's accused of doing.
Damn, and apparently JD Vance also set the record straight on Epstein report. That's Fox talking about it. Roll up.
Meanwhile, we're still waiting for accountability on the whole Russia collusion made-up story.
Yes.
Now that DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, has released all of those classified documents, we're actually seeing who was behind all of this. Do you want to see indictments?
I absolutely want to see indictments, Maria. Look, of course, you got to have the law follow the facts here. You don't just indict people to indict people. You indict people because they broke the law. But if you look at what Tulsi and Kash Patel have revealed in the last couple of weeks, I don't know how anybody can look at that and say that there wasn't aggressive violations of the law. What they basically did is
yeah, let's actually get to that
has
part.
said very never meant to be a director and agreed at the White House.
Now you're
Talk about politics after that.
Can you give us some clarity?
Okay, Vance on potential presidential run in 2028. Oh my God, yeah, probably, right?
I'm not going to break that news today, Maria. What I'm going to do is focus for the next year and a half on doing a really good job for the American people, winning the midterm elections in 2026, and then we can talk about politics after that.
Can you give us some clarity on this meeting that is reportedly happening or happened last night at the White House?
I don't know about that one, man. The fact that y'all boys said that you gonna like reveal what happened at 9/11, right? You're gonna reveal those files. You're gonna reveal the Jeffrey Epstein files, and then doing none of it. I mean, bro, like...
About the Epstein files and how you're communicating the Epstein story.
So I've seen so many different fake reports about this, so let me set the record straight. There was no meeting at my house last night. There just wasn't.
Was there a meeting at the White House?
We did meet at the White House yesterday, but not at the time that they said that we were going to meet, and not about the subject that they said that we were going to meet about. We have a great FBI director and a great Department of Justice lead, Attorney General.
The homie Kash, right? The homie Kash, but no Patel, man. The homie Kash, bro, he disappointed us all, man. Damn, man.
Pam Bondi. And we met to talk about how to ensure we have justice for the American people. We actually didn't talk about the Epstein issue at all. Bruh. That was never meant to be the subject of the meeting. Bruh. And it's one of those things where I guess somebody leaked a calendar entry maybe, and then people assumed that it must have been about Epstein, even though it had nothing to do with Epstein. On the Epstein issue, what the president has said very clearly, because we've had other meetings about that, is that he wants us to be fully transparent and he wants the credible information out there. So we're working to compile the thousands and thousands of documents that are out there for full transparency. But I have to say, Maria, I laugh at the Democrats who are now all of a sudden so interested in the Epstein files. For 4 years, Joe Biden and the Democrats did absolutely nothing about this story. We know that Jeffrey Epstein...
I mean, this is one of the arguments that I've been seeing, right? If the Trump was really in the files, the Democrats would have released the files, right? Yeah, makes sense, valid. But then the other argument is like, even the Democrats are probably on the list, so this is why nobody won the list out, and that makes a whole lot more sense. This is why we haven't seen the files, right? And also Trump mentioning that recently he mentioned that Bill Clinton went to the island 28 times, and Bill Clinton was also a Democratic president. Oh shit! So it kind of makes sense, man. Yeah, I don't know if we're probably gonna get the doctored version. Even if we get the legit version though, I don't know if people are gonna believe it. Okay, let's say hypothetically, right? We get the list tomorrow and they claim it's legit, it's 100% real. It doesn't matter like whether Trump's on the list or not on the list. Just picture this, right? They came out, they come out tomorrow, release the files, tell everybody that it's the real deal. Whether Trump's on it or not on it, you check it out. Would you like go into believing it's the real deal, or would you go into believing nah, it's probably bogus, but still gonna go in and check it out regardless, right? But yeah, I don't know, man. Like the distrust in the government is at an all-time high right now. So
had a lot of connections with left-wing politicians and left-wing billionaires, and now President Trump has demanded full transparency from this, and yet somehow the Democrats are attacking him and not the Biden administration, which did nothing for 4 years.
Was it the right move for Comer to send subpoenas to the Clintons?
It absolutely was.
More gaslighting. But here's the thing, though, right? If Trump administration actually comes out, whether it's in a week from now, a month from now, or 6 months from now, and actually do release the files, and the files are, I mean, legit, there is backing and evidence behind that supports 100% that the files that gonna, hopefully, so far hasn't happened, but if they release the files and evidence supports it that there is no doctoring, they haven't doctored the files, they haven't changed the files, they haven't removed information, they haven't classified, or you know what I'm saying, right? Then yeah, like that would be one of the hardest comeback for Trump. 100%, absolutely 100%. And yeah, like absolutely, we need the files. We definitely need the files.
And it drives home how, while the Democrats have tried to make this Epstein thing about anything but, the fact that Democrat billionaires and Democrat political leaders went to Epstein Island all the time, who knows what they did, but it's totally reasonable to ask these questions. What you saw in the House's subpoena is they are trying to investigate all of the things related to this particular case. I know a lot of Americans want answers. I certainly want answers. And I think James Comer and the team of the House, they're doing the right thing. And of course, we know that Clinton, or allegedly he went to the island 26 times, 28 times. Totally appropriate for Comer to be asking what was going on at that island.
Let me get your quick take on growth and this moment in time that we're at, AI, crypto, et cetera, et cetera. The Securities and Exchange Commission launching Project Crypto.
Yay, 26, 28 times. You heard him? Yeah, so the fact that Trump said that, and now JD Vance is saying that, crazy. Part of me feels like that we're gonna get the files before midterm or before the next presidential elections in 2028. And I think it's gonna be like both parties, right? Like both the Republicans and both of the Democrats probably gonna be like, okay, you know, vote for us. we're gonna release the files. We're gonna tell you the truth. Yes, the American public deserve to know the truth. You know, the same mouth speak. They're the same. Yeah, so they're all gonna make those claims. But then once they become in power, they're not gonna do anything, man. But it will be actually interesting if Trump's administration and Trump himself directly reveals the file, because the way it sounds like JD Vance, I mean, it seems like they are about to, or they're investigating, right? Maybe behind the scene investigating. I don't know what kind of investigation they're doing. Yeah, the files should have been out. They exist. They are real. They should come out. But did you see this video though? Yo, if you have not seen this one, check it out, because they're talking about the UFOs, the aliens, and yeah, it's a wild one to say the least. Check it out and I'll see you there.